being tired of being mistreated and taking your power back has caused extremists. It's like the problem is extreme now between masculine and feminine energy. So in the masculine energy, there's this complete tyrannical desire to dominate, even when they may have flaws that they haven't looked at yet, that they haven't recognized that should be looked at, so that when they make decisions or when they are ready to control things, it comes from the fountain of life instead of, I heard, the pool of death. Because I just heard domination from wanting to dominate from a egoic place. It causes endings, but not, endings bring beginnings. And hopefully this would be a new beginning for the masculine energies that have a desire to dominate. Otherwise, it's just destruction. And it's like a fight for respect. Yeah, you know what? This is what's happening. Everybody's fighting for respect, when it's easier to just respect one another. It would be easier, but it's not that simple anymore, because the distortions are so strong now that everyone has become an extremist. So everything's extreme, okay? It's like proving a point that you're in control of your own life to the point where you're out of control. Not for everyone, but this is just for some people who fall into this category. That's why it's like Spirit is saying, that's why many times you see people that live their life and they think they're doing the right thing, but they be out of control. And not only do they harm themselves and their soul's journey, they harm those around them. So many of you may have been faced with people like this. And hopefully, I actually feel like people that are more on their healing journey, they recognize when they're acting like a little rough and stuff, and when they become an extremist within their, I heard, within their group setting. People who choose to heal recognize when they recognize their wrongs from the past. They recognize when they were over the top, and they can say it, and they don't have no problem saying it, and they don't try to shy away from it. It's like, yeah, I was tripping, and I realized that I was too aggressive, and I chose to change because I was a little too much. And I really feel like that, from what Spirit is saying, that has a lot to do with the perception and the stereotypes, and then the anger that boils up from most of those things not even being true. It was basically implanted in your thought process of who you are as a person from your environment. And then you could easily get lost in that. I was watching this, I wasn't even looking for it, but it was like this little video. I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, but I found it interesting. It was one of those social experiments. And what happened? Oh, so they asked the men, a bunch of men, in, I don't know what city they were in, but they went to a bunch of men and they said, do you like natural bodies or do you like women with BBLs? And all of the men said natural bodies, and I was actually surprised. I don't know why I was surprised, but I was, because I didn't expect all of them to say that. I'm sure if they had branched out more, maybe the perception would have changed. But they asked a good amount of men, would you rather a natural body or a BBL? And all the men said a natural body. And then they went to the women, and they asked a bunch of different women, do you think men like natural bodies or BBLs? And all the women said BBLs. And that's a complete disconnect. And I was like, what is going on in the world? There's no connection. That showed absolutely no connection. Mind you, none of these people knew each other. And they was all on a different wave. Everybody was on a different wave. There goes to show the influence of what you see, what you hear, and it becomes what you believe. So if you keep seeing a certain perception that aligns you in a certain light through someone else's life, you may believe something that's not, based off of one clip or a few clips or clips over the years that you saw, moments of time where you believe something is what it is, but it's not. It never was. It's just a perception, and it's not real. We have to get back to what's real, because what is not real is really taking over the minds of the people and making many forget about reality. Because it's like we're being forced into virtual reality, literally. Okay? So everyone is fighting for their belief in oneself and their ability to be able to be seen as someone who has a certain level of strength and know-how and understanding of oneself, and as well as like respect for self. But it seems as though that's also distorted, because what people think is respect for themselves, sometimes it could be actually disrespect to self. But you won't know until you know on your own journey. You won't be able to tell. And that's the scary part about it, is not being able to tell what's real and what's fake. So now it's like you got to work extra hard, or you might feel like you have to work extra hard to get something that's real. Especially like as these years keep going, because everything is advancing. If you have a real person around you, keep them. That's all I have to say. Because everybody's on this, like, not everybody, but many people are on this wave of distortion. And many people think that what they're choosing is what they want to choose, but it wasn't. It wasn't their choice. But they don't realize that. This is what Spirit is saying, and it's very. And I only brought up that social experiment is because it's the perfect example of this. It's a perfect example of the disconnection between masculine and feminine energies. And this is also a big reason why many people aren't coming together, because there's too much surface level focus and no one's looking at the heart and soul that much anymore. And that's what matters the most. That's like disrespectful to God. That's disrespectful to spirit when you think about it. But you don't mean to. Those are not your intentions. And this is generally speaking, this is like a societal issue. This is the issue of thinking patterns and the disconnect. The disconnect keeps finding different ways to disconnect. So we're entering into a detached world. So it's important for you to attach to those that you trust and that you know deep down inside wouldn't cross you in accordance to what spirit tells you about them. Because when people cross you and you know it was intentional, you feel it was, it's going to be hard for you to reconnect to them because you're not going to trust them anymore. And this is like the message here as well. The message is be careful with aligning yourself to stereotypes, because the trick is making you believe that the stereotype is good for you, but it really destroys you, the stereotype. Don't be a stereotype, because that's not even you anyway. It's just a stereotype. It's a lie that was created anyway. So in order for you to live a beautiful life with beautiful people around you that understand you and appreciate you for you in this 9 of Pentacles energy, not caring what anybody thinks about you, just knowing that you know your heart, you know your soul, you know your spirit, regardless of if you made mistakes or not, everybody make mistakes. It doesn't matter. It's not about pinpointing things that you did wrong. It's about living the rest of your life in the best way you can to feel fulfilled within yourself, no matter what you did, how you did it, no matter, even if you got your body done, whatever, it doesn't matter. I don't want you to think about that and be dismayed by this message, because that's not even a point. I just use that as an example. But it's more so about, no matter what you did, accepting yourself. If you feel like there's something that you want to forgive yourself for, forgive yourself and move on. Don't allow yourself to get stuck, because that's a part of the trick, to have you stuck and to have you detached from individuals who are good for you, and then mistakenly attached to people that aren't good for you because of the perception. It's just very distorted. Okay? Take time with yourself and stand up for who you truly are on the inside, not on the outside. Too many people are paying too much attention to the outside. It's about what's inside. It's about your soul. I feel like in this message, this is a representation of your soul. The Ace of Pentacles, okay? And then the Nine of Pentacles, that's you. That's you feeling confident within yourself no matter what. Feeling good about yourself. And working through your shadow and the lies that were told to you, and how you aligned yourself to them by mistake. Due to like things that happened to you in your past that hurt you, it made you feel like you weren't worth anything. And it confused you to the point of feeling like you just was going to be like, you know what? I was abused, now I'm going to abuse people then. You know that thing, like a bully turned into a bully? That's what I'm getting when you fed up. That's what happens. That happens to so many people, and that's like a representation of the relationship between men and women. You bully too much, you give up, and you don't want to get hurt again. So you start aimlessly doing whatever, because it makes sense to you at that point, because you've been hurt so many times, you won't be hurt no more. So you don't become, you actually become the one that, if you were used, if you let this get to you, you can become the user. Okay, stuff like that. That's just an example. If you were made fun of, you become the one that makes fun. It's that. But don't allow those tricks of the unseen. Those are tricks of the unseen. Don't allow those tricks of the unseen to catch you slipping, because you miss out on the best parts of you, because you'll have that malice inside of you that just wants to attack, but it's all the messed up things that happen. Like, and I get it. It's giving me chills. It's giving me chills. Luck and right timing. It's giving me chills. Woo! My hair is sticking up on my arms. Oh my gosh. Okay. I feel like something cold just came over me. And there's no breeze in here. Okay, I'm about to end it. Let me see. Repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Yeah, this is what it's about. This is what spirit wants you guys to focus on. Focus on what you want to align yourself with, not what has been given to you to align yourself with, just off the strength of you keep seeing something, you kept hearing something, and then you end up being that, but it's not even you. Then you keep seeing it everywhere. Just like I Love Lucy. They made her look so damn slow. Okay? It was a cute little show, but they made her extra slow. Okay? Eye of the Needle, intentionality, intention, beginner's mind. This is going to be new for many of you. This thought, this concept in and of itself. However, that's a good thing. No matter if it's new or if you heard it before, it doesn't matter. It's more so about you choosing what you want to choose for you, not off the strength. It's like grooming your own mind, making sure that what you believe, you want to believe, and making sure that when you align with a good person, keep them around, because they actually are a good person and they understand reality. They're not confused by the virtual reality, and they want to be in reality, in the reality of love, authenticity, joy, and true connection. because we are in the matrix, so that's a whole nother story when it comes to reality and virtual reality. But I'm really talking about just the bonding of your brothers and sisters on earth. Let's just say it like that. We're meant to be here to help each other get through this realm, because this is a realm of attack from every which way. So it's good to be around those that you can confide in, talk to, learn from. Just be mindful of those who intentionally try to hurt you. When you see someone intentionally try to hurt you, they are unstable. No matter how you look at it, they are unstable because there's something going on with them that needs to be healed in order for them to continue to be aligned with you, in order for you to continue to allow them into your life. Because if they're unstable and attacking you for no reason, they gotta go. That's just what it is. Nobody has time for that. Okay? Yeah. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean up your mind. Clean up your subconscious, because it's time for you to be happy now. Because a lot of the reason why many of you don't feel good is because of these thoughts that you have that aren't yours, but you don't realize it. So Spirit wants you to look at it. Don't align with the stereotypes. Overcome the stereotypes to be more than what was told that you are. Okay? I think that's it for this message. Everything you do it with love. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in the next one.